What is up, dudes? Welcome back to my channel. For any first-time viewers, I'm Jesse Rebirth, and this wasn't the original intro to this video. I was actually ready to go with this a while ago, and this statue has two flaws that I'm not very happy about. And I've been in contact with Spec Fiction to see what they can do for me. And after multiple going back and forth, now they finally understand my problem. You'll see it later in the video, but he has a hover foot, and they kept thinking that was my main problem, like, oh, just file the rod down. But no, my light on the base on this, technically the left side or your right, would not light up. So there's only 3 lights, as you'll see later in the video, that light up. So before we go any farther, those are 2 major problems with this statue for as expensive as it is. But I do gotta say that I do love this statue. I think we can get him to sink into the base, but they're trying to get me a replacement for the base. And, well, that's what they said. They say they'll replace or repair, but you cannot open up this base, or I would probably try to do that. But please enjoy this video of the Queen Studios The Batman statue. Plain black The Batman. There's a ding here. Shipping box had a few dings on it. But when you're buying a statue this large, usually your box is going to end up with some dings. Back here we got this really nice looking picture. I mean, he just looks so detailed. I can't wait to get this open. I've actually only watched The Batman twice. No, 3 times. We watched it
2 in the theater.
Yeah, we watched it twice in the theaters, and then once when it came out on Blu-ray, but I don't think we actually watched it all the way through. This does not have any tape holding it together, so this is kind of sketchy. Oh, they have it strapped, so that's kind of good. But after seeing the movie, I definitely wanted a Robert Pattinson Batman. I think this one will satisfy that need. The semi-looking car base does light up. Oh, crazy. So, I'm not an aficionado on Asian characters, but maybe Japanese, and then English on this side, but it's telling us the things that are going to happen. So we have a Queen Studios Collectibles certificate. Huh. You can authenticate your figure online. It says right here, we have number 220, is that a 5? Yeah, 225 of 888. Let me see if that matched the outside. I thought it said, guess that is a weird 5. Oh, you know what? I'm lying. This is the second Queen Studio statue we have. We have the Cyberpunk girl, but that was more Karen opening her. All right. If you want to come over here and see this. Oh, wow. It looks more like the car than I thought it did. The hood and then the engine right in the back. That's a fancy little, wow. Oh, this is pretty cool. That is definitely a fancy bust. Wow. It could just be because of the technical detailing of his suit, but I think that bust is kind of crazier than any of the Prime 1 busts. So this is our cape. We got hands. This grapple gun hand. Oh wow, it's not one solid piece. The gun is, how the hell did they even do that? What? It looks to be one solid piece. Oh, you know what? There has to be a way. No, I don't know. I was thinking maybe they assembled the gun in his hand. I don't know. That is pretty mind-blowing. Got a holster. It's going to hook in an empty holster. And then we have a holstered grapple gun. Wow, this is really detailed painting and everything. It's very weathered. I would like to see some of the Prime 1 up close. Very cool. It did take a very long time to get this statue. I think a little over 2 years. I was kind of worried that the place I bought it through forgot about it, because I have had that happen at other places. Holy crap. You know what this is? This is our Robert Pattinson head. Alright. Let's get this out of the way. Let's get the base up. Well, it's very straightforward. We're just going to put our base, our body, we'll put our cape that's going to go in, and then we put our chest on top of it. Then we could do whichever attachment we want, and then it's just the heads. Very straightforward. You know, it's kind of weird. Oh, wow. This is a very heavy base. Careful, there's little things. Of course, it couldn't come with the batteries. I actually think I have some. So like I was talking in one of my other videos, you can't buy the Batman and Superman statue anymore because how easy it is to get to these little batteries. In the Joker Hot Toy statue, I talk about it, but there was a legislation passed that any push button batteries have to be locked in a compartment, and I do not think that this one would actually meet the regulation, so I don't know. Let's see. I think it's going to require all 4 of these. No, just 3. Oh, cool. But yeah, there's supposed to be a screw compartment, so it's really messed up. There's a huge list of Prime 1 statues, because Prime 1 put the notice out, but there is a huge list of them that you cannot order from them anymore, and that they would be making efforts for all future statues to seal that compartment. Huh. I wonder why that side isn't lighting up. So it is a bummer. This side is not lighting up. I'll send an email to where I bought it from and see what they say about it. Usually they'll tell you to send the whole thing back, or they will give you like a discount. For this, I mean, sometimes they'll just straight up replace the part. I would hope that's what happens, but let's go ahead and put the rest of this together. It is very heavy. Gotta be careful because these straps are separate. All of his other little things are resin. He is very cool. He is very detailed. He only puts 1 peg in here. And his foot. His foot is hovering.
Is the other one touching all the way down?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it could go down a little deeper, but... So with his foot hovering, I'm not happy about that either. That connects nicely. I do think that this would be a situation where basically, I don't want to say that Queen Studios is like known for this or anything, but their cyborg girl, she's kind of holding her boob up in the air, and her hand doesn't meet exactly where it's supposed to. And I thought, you know, that's probably like some not variation, but they call it tolerances, like the tolerance to the polystone or whatever they used didn't quite meet the prototype. But now that this one doesn't meet either, that's kind of suspicious. Could have swore his collar went over his cape. No, it doesn't. I don't know. It don't fit quite as good as you'd want it to. It is looking pretty cool. His cape does not... You'd really have to mess with the wires for a while because of the way it was sealed. But his cape does not hang how I would picture you'd want it to. Like, it should be a lot lighter of a material. Let's see, we'll just put his hand with his grappling gun. All right. The head is very nice. Oh, he is cool. The one thing I really liked about him was the simplicity of him. But I mean, it's not even, well, the lights don't work and he doesn't sit all the way down on his base. That's two, like, negatives right out the gate. And just having the other Queen Studio statue where her arm doesn't meet quite up with it, that's kind of upsetting. I'm not going to impugn an entire company over that, but it's just, that is pretty upsetting. It's like 2 for 2 at this point. We'll have to see what they say. Definitely think that cape should be like a heavier material. All right. Let's see what's going on in here. The head is polystone. I know you want these to be in his face, but they will not lay down. Definitely need some hairspray or something in them. I mean, that bust is very nice. You think they would have put him in like a little plastic shell to keep his hair the way they milled it out. See if I can just get that bang to stay under for now. I mean, he does look very silly without his hair sitting flat. Even just to have it but you can get an idea of what it should be. Alright, so Karen has fixed his hair. He definitely looks better. At first I was like, this head looks absolutely silly. I was kind of getting more and more pissed. Like the light not working and him not sitting all the way down were already like my heart fell through the floor because he's very expensive. And then when his hair looked stupid, I was kind of like, oh my god. I do think he looks better like this though. It makes him look normal, I guess you could say. But I do gotta say, I think this bust is such awesome quality. Like, I really dig the design of it. And I do think this is a really good head. And as much as I want to give this statue, like, some very high praise, I'm very upset about the light, and I'm upset that he won't stand right. So I've already emailed the shop where I purchased this from. I won't say anything about them yet. I'll see what they say first. See, I think this needs to sit down too. That should be all the way down. But we'll see what they say. And there's usually a couple ways that, like Prime One would go about this with either they'll send you a replacement part if they have it. They'll offer you a discount to accept the problem if they don't have it. And then the extra one, the last is just to ship it back for a full refund. And we'll see what they say. I mean, it's still early. I do know that Karen and I could get him to sit all the way down. That would be very easy to do. It would just take some sanding on him. Maybe the hold, depending. I'd have to look at it. I do think he requires a different cape. I do like the cape, but I think it needs to be heavier on him. I don't picture his cape to be so fluffy. I do think it requires like a heavier look to it. But I do think this head is actually really good after Karen messed with it. It does look really good. I'm not sure which head I like better. Because it is kind of silly to have... Like, I've always wanted Bruce Wayne heads. And then once everyone started giving you a Bruce Wayne head, it kind of feels silly to have a Batman with Bruce Wayne, the head on it. But I do think it's a good looking statue. I don't want to impugn Queen Studios just based off the two statues. And we do have one last Queen Studio statue on order. I ordered the Nightmare 1/4 Batman. Who knows how long that'll take to ever release. But I did see that they did a Bruce Wayne in suit recently. It's like, as much as I want these things, it makes me very hesitant now. We did buy the other Cybergirl, but that'll take forever to come out as well. Karen likes them. I think this one actually comes with sex toys and a clear bag and stuff. They are cool. I do gotta say, he is cool. He does need his cape worked with. But I really want to see what they say first. It's kind of sucks though when you pay so much for a statue and it does not work right out the box. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It is a cool design. It is sleek. I will say that, like, you know, the worst part is I think the way he was designed, that his foot just sits too high. I think the back foot, we'll see as he turns. I do know her back foot has distance between it, but I don't think it has enough distance between it to set his front foot down flush, not flush, to sit it down flush on the roof. Although it could. It does have, yeah, I guess it would. It would at least make it better. I do gotta say his detail's awesome though. I'm kind of torn right now. Kind of sad. Like, one, they could replace the parts and it would all work out, and that would be awesome. That would be ideal. But sometimes that's not what happens. And part of me, I do know that in Asian countries they do have them already, so not everyone is probably having this problem. But on the website I bought him, he's still for pre-order. So I did get mine, I guess, before he's widely available. So hopefully that's a good sign. Maybe just exchange him. I don't know. But I do gotta say, like, I'm kind of sad that he is so detailed and that it doesn't work, I guess. It doesn't work exactly how you want it to. Like, the fact that, like, this might just be one kind of for the memories. Kind of like how Huntress. We bought Huntress. She showed up with her head destroyed and then she was sold out. So all we could do was either deal with the destroyed head or, you know, get our money back. And it was just plain as day to get your money back on that one. But I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't have a statue of the Batman yet. But I don't know. I guess this is one for the books. We'll have to wait and see what they say. And I'll let you guys know in an upcoming video about what happens. And depending on how it's all handled. Well, once it's, whether it's handled good or bad, I'll let you know where I bought him. But until that's handled, we'll keep that private. But I do like to let people know about these things because, like, Toys Wonderland completely screwed me. And I know they've screwed a lot of people, but they owe us in our Gandalf, they owe us an in our Aragorn, fully paid for, by the way. They owe us a lot of, they owe me an in our premium Batman. I know he hasn't released yet completely, but it's just like, good thing I only put a deposit down on him, but I did pay for Gandalf and Aragorn, and I do know that Toys Wonderland recently switched their name to Toys Apollo like 5 or 6, 7 months ago, but that's neither here nor there. It's just about this one right now. I do want to say he's very detailed. He looks very good. I am liking this head after his hair was fixed. It is very cool. I do love the black around the eyes. I do like everything about it. It is very cool, but we'll just have to see how these technical issues turn out. And if it is something where it gets made right, we'll have to, I think if things can't be made right, he'll just be returned. But that's kind of what makes me sad about it. But anyway, guys, not to end this on a downer note, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, please subscribe, please share it with a friend to show them this statue. Maybe if they were on the fence of buying it, they might see problems that come with it. We'll see how everything turns out. But most of all, guys, don't let this deter you. Keep buying toys. hover footing is pretty brutal. I think the standout for me is this bass. I did really like this bass until it didn't light up, but you know, we'll see how that turns out. I'm sure some of you, if anyone has a Queen Studio statue, if there was any weird problems, please let me know.